In this video, we are going to take a look at uploading a photo to use within the visualizer and setting the scale. Before we get started, I'd like to go over a few tips for taking the right photo so that you start out with your best chance at achieving the optimum results within the visualizer. I have a few photos here that we are going to take a look at, and I'll share my thoughts on why these may or may not be ideal to use. In my opinion, this first photo here is perfect. The house fills the frame nicely, and we have a straight-on view of the roof. It's important to be as square with the house, or I should say with the dominant section of roofing, because the more of an angle you're on, the more perspective comes into play, and the more distorted the final results will be. I'll go through some better examples of this in the video that deals with setting perspective, but for now, just remember that it is best to take photos as straight on as possible. Also, it's important to be the right distance away from the home. If you're too far away, the superimposed roofing products will lack detail, and other than color, you won't really know what you're looking at. If you're too close to the house and there is an extreme view or perspective of the roof, the final result will be too distorted to really be useful. The last thing to note is photo quality. Obviously, using a picture that is in focus, not blurry, and taken with at least a decent camera phone is your best bet. If a photo was snapped out of a car window or is very low res, your end results will suffer. So let's go back to the visualizer and click on the Upload Photo button. You'll see that we have two options here. First, you can upload your own photo, or you have the option to fill out this form and submit the photo to be done for you by an expert for a $35 fee. Here we have some file size and format guidelines to follow in order for the visualizer to accept our photo. So let's click Choose File and select the photo we'd like to begin working with. Once the photo is loaded in, the first thing we are asked to do is to set the project scale. As you can see here, we have an example of using the height of the front door to set the scale for the project. Now, this setting is extremely important in determining how realistic our final image will look. The visualizer software uses this measurement to interpret what size it should render the shingles. Obviously, if the shingles are too large or too small, they won't look right. So let's begin by clicking at the top of the front door in this photo to set our first anchor point, and then we'll click at the bottom to complete the measurement. You'll see we get a new input window here, and it's asking us to set the scale. 6 foot 8 inches is the default here, and I usually just leave this as it is for now because I found that I almost always have to come back and adjust this measurement a bit to get things looking accurate. If you want to go off a window measurement or anything else, you can certainly do that. Just set your 2 anchor points and then enter the measurement. So let's leave this as it is for now and click Continue. You can come back and adjust the scale at any time.